Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am blessed.
All right, so I want to start from the very beginning and ask why you decided to become a musician.
Why? I didn't have a choice, actually. I didn't have a
Because it's
choice.
in your blood, right?
It's in my blood.
Yeah.
I came through the womb of a powerhouse performer, Salome Bay. So did I choose it? I guess I chose it in the ethers. I chose it in the stars, and she chose me to.
Well, I'm happy you did.
Thank
So what did she think of your music? Because you got kind of a punk rock edge and she's more
you.
jazz.
Um, I mean, like I say it all the time because this is something that my mom brought me up with, that music is music. There's, she wasn't big on genres, you know. I express my blues a little differently than she does. Um, yeah, so she was always a huge supporter of my expression, period.
Good.
Yeah.
So I know you have a new album out and it's called The Fool. So I want to ask what the significance, because the Fool is a tarot card.
Hmm.
So what is the significance of the Fool and how it relates to your album?
Um, so I am, as my bio says, I'm a cosmic being. So I listen to the signs, I follow the stars and the moon, and pull my tarot cards every once in a while, most times, and there were numbers that were showing up days on end in my travels on the clocks, and it was 11 and 22. And 11, I knew, like, whenever I see things like that just kind of repetitively, then I always go right away when I see a number that kind of like resonates in me, that takes my attention. Then I go to my books or I go to the internet and I'm like, what's that number about? What's pulling my attention? So um 11, I knew from the tarot, was justice, and 11 is also my life path number. So I was like, okay, that's me. Justice is Libra, that's me. Okay. But 22, what's 22? And that was the Fool. And I was like, the Fool, interesting. And then I started to really sit with that and understand that, um, as an artist, as myself, always stepping on stage, or starting new projects, or just, yeah, just making art, I'm always at the edge of the cliff, about to fling myself off, and just go, well, I don't know, here we go, you know. And I was like, the Fool. Yeah, I am the Fool, you know. So that's where that came from.
Awesome. Yeah. So speaking of like sort of numbers, I saw on the album cover that there's like several dice and there's a
Yeah.
toonie and like scissors and all that. Like, do those all have a significance as well?
Well, they all, every I
Now
need to
that,
do,
yeah.
a live one day and just like break down all of the things on, yeah, on the front and the back of the cover. I mean, the dice, I think the dice add up to 10, I believe. And 10 is my favorite number. 10 or 19, which is 10 again. Um, and dice are like something that, and like a godmother of mine, she taught me a game and we'd play that all the time. I have good memories around that. The scissors, uh that's like, my sister gave me those scissors, but scissors also represent for me, I always had scissors in my hand when I was a kid cutting things. My mom would be like, can you please stop cutting your clothes, stop cutting. And I was kind of always collaging too, so that's part of what I brought into on this album too, the artwork. The coin actually is not a toonie. It's
Oh,
actually an Ethiopian coin that a friend of mine, a sister friend of mine, brought back. And the reason why I put it on there is because on one side it's the scales, and on the other side it's a lion. And my child is a lion, is a Leo, and I'm a Libra, so I put that there for us. There's a glass of wine that's for my dad. So is the joint as well. Um, there's my rings on there. I've got some Star Wars rings because I dig Star Wars. Chewbacca was my favorite, and he's on there. Let me see, what else is there? The Eiffel Tower is there, I think, on the cover. There's runes on the cover too, and those spell out my name actually in the runic alphabet. And what was the other thing? Oh, the cloth is burgundy, and that was my mom's favorite color.
no.
So yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, I could go into it. It will tell my whole fool's journey, you know, and then there's the fool card on the cover, the one I designed that will be a part of the tarot deck that I'm designing.
Oh, cool. I can't wait for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I read that you started writing it in 2018, so why did it take so long to eventually get released?
Life. Pandemic. Feeling insecure about the album, not feeling confident that it was making the impact in myself as I wanted it to. So that happened, and then my mom transitioned as well. So it was a lot of emotions, a lot of like, what the fuck is going on? Where are we going? How are we doing this? How am I, you know? So I would say top of, oh God, I can't even remember. I guess it was maybe top of 2021 when the years, like these past couple of years, I'm like, I don't even know when I went back in, but I went back in and learned how to use all of the logic, and was sending vocals back and forth to my producer so that we could finish the album, and like scrapping full vocals, redoing them, backgrounds, adding interludes, like just making it so that it told the story that I wanted it to tell.
And that takes time.
So that's, yeah. So it did start, and I had mixed and mastered it before that. So it was done. It was done. Playing, like I released Dirty Little Lie in 2019. So that was already there. But to put it out, I was like, no, something, not ready. I can't do it. It doesn't, and just artists making the tarot, because I had a whole vision of what I wanted to see. I wanted to make the tarot cards. I had hired 3 different artists that you know, one of the 3 I'm still in contact with, but 2 of them kind of ghosted on me. And then it just turned back around on, okay, Sate, you got to do this yourself. And I was like, what the fuck, whatever, no. Like, yeah, because you know what you're doing. You know what you want. You've sketched out all of the cards, have all of the symbolism, doing all of the studying. I'm basically doing the artwork without doing the artwork, but you know, because I'm already a collage artist. Like I collage, so I knew what I wanted to see and how I wanted to see it. I have that sensibility myself. So it's just about trusting myself. Again, the fool, flinging myself off a fucking cliff and being like, okay.
What would you say inspires your art?
Life, um, inner journeys. Like I do a lot of journaling, a lot of reading, just searching, asking questions of myself, my relationships. I've got a lot of placements in Libra, so I'm always in relationship mode, like just looking at how I relate, or justice, fairness, just those things constantly come up.
Cool. And my last question is, what's next for you?
Well, the album's not out yet, so
Next week.
That's what's next. Yes, next week. That is what's next. And you know, just sitting with that, and sitting with people, taking it in, and just discovering it, and going back into the backstory of creating the cards, creating the world. There's a short film coming out for the album, with the album. There's tarot cards coming with the album. There's a lot of, there's more. So I'm not done with this yet. I need to sit in this right now.
Awesome. Do you have any shows planned?
Not anything planned. I'm gonna be home, especially for the winter.
Smart.
Yeah.
Awesome. Lovely chatting with you. I will let you go and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Ingrid.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, you too.
Bye.